Good morning, my dear one, as the sun rises once more and spills its golden warmth across your face. I welcome you back to this sacred moment, this now, before you rush into the noise of the world. Take a breath deep and slow and return to yourself. This morning, you and I are going to walk together, not through the streets or mountains, but through the stillness of your own being. This will not be a lecture. It will be a conversation, a quiet unfolding of something ancient within you. So, let's begin with the truth. I am alive, and that is a miracle. Say this gently in your heart. Feel it. You are not here by accident. This moment is not random. There are infinite forces conspiring to keep you breathing. Your heart beats without your command. Your lungs draw in life without your permission. The universe wants you here. When I was a young monk, my master would wake us before sunrise, not to toil, but to greet the day. He'd say, "The first thought of your day is your compass. Choose it with reverence." So each morning, we would sit in silence and speak only affirmations. Not out loud to impress others, but inwardly as a way to set the tone for our minds. I am grateful for the gift of this day. Gratitude is the alchemy of suffering. You cannot hold anger and gratitude in the same hand. One must fall. So, choose gratitude each morning like a gardener tending the soil of your soul. What you water grows. Water the good. My dear one, I want to tell you a story. There was once a man who came to our temple. His life had been weighed down by guilt, regrets, and the constant ache of not enough. Not enough time, not enough success, not enough peace. Every day he spoke harsh words to himself. I'm behind, I've failed, I've wasted my life. And one morning, after many weeks of silence, he finally asked me, when will this feeling go away? I smiled gently, placed a hand over his heart, and whispered, when your words change, your world changes. You see, affirmation is not about denying your pain. It is about reminding yourself that pain is not the whole story. Morning affirmations are not bandages, they are seeds, and they require tending. So let us tend them now. I am enough. I am whole. I am becoming. Let those words wrap around your soul like the sun's warmth around the earth. You are not who you were yesterday, and that is a blessing. You are still unfolding, and that means hope is still alive. Now, gently place your attention on your breath. Inhale. I breathe in peace. Exhale. I let go of what no longer serves me. Can you feel that? The letting go. The past cannot be changed, but your relationship to it can be. The future has not yet happened, but your intentions will shape it. So all we truly have is this breath, this choice, this beginning. Let me share another story, this one from my own wandering days. I once walked across a long stretch of desert with nothing but a flask of water and a torn cloth bag, with the sun beating on my skin and the sand whispering ancient songs at my feet. I began to panic. I had many miles to go and only a little water left. My mind raced. What if I run out? What if I collapse? What if this is the end? But then I heard my master's voice in my memory. Calm as a river, what if this is where you wake up? And just like that, everything shifted. I began repeating, I am supported by something greater. I am protected. I am guided. The worry melted. The sun no longer burned, it warmed. The sand no longer threatened, it danced. And I reached the other side, not because I fought the journey, but because I flowed with it. So, I ask you now, what if this is where you wake up? I am awakening. I am aware. I am aligned, dear one. Your morning is not just a beginning, it is a sacred temple. What you bring into it will echo through every hour to come. So bring kindness, bring love, bring forgiveness, even for yourself, especially. For yourself, you may have stumbled, you may have spoken harshly to yourself. You may be carrying years of shame, but shame has no roots in truth. The truth is that you are evolving, you are doing the best you can with what you've been given. And even in your hardest hour, you have not given up. That alone is strength. I am proud of how far I've come. I honor my journey. I trust the path ahead. Can you feel the power in those words? Not because they are magic, but because you are. You are the one who can turn thought into action, wounds into wisdom, pain into purpose. So walk today as if your feet carry the light of 10,000 suns. Walk as if your smile can change someone's day. Walk as if your presence is medicine, because it is. Now, close your eyes for a moment if you haven't already. Let the breath become your anchor once more, and with every inhale, repeat silently, I choose peace. I choose compassion. I choose to begin again. Let the repetition deepen your presence. Let the silence between each phrase teach you more than the words themselves. A gentle wind may stir outside your window now. A bird may call. The light may shift on the wall. And with it, the world is welcoming you into a brand new day. Let this be the day you move more slowly, speak more kindly, forgive more easily, and smile more often. Not because you have to, but because you can. And that is the power of conscious living. So before we bring this page of our conversation to a close, let's anchor today with one last affirmation that you can carry like a sacred prayer throughout the hours ahead. Today, I walk with love, I speak with intention, I live with gratitude. Breathe it in, breathe it out, feel the stillness. And know, I will walk beside you again tomorrow, but this is just the beginning. Dear one, welcome back, dear soul, you are here again. And that alone is a miracle worth celebrating. Do you know how sacred it is to return to your own stillness? This morning, just like the last, is another blank canvas, a divine invitation. A new chance to begin again, not just in your tasks or your schedule, but in your thinking. Your being, your becoming. Let us sit together once more, if your body is still. Allow your mind to settle into that stillness, if your mind is still. Allow your spirit to soften into presence. Take a breath with me now. Inhale slowly and exhale gently again. Inhale, I rise with purpose. Exhale, I move with peace. Let these words become the gentle rhythm of your morning heartbeat. Today, let us speak of inner alignment. There is an ancient teaching passed from teacher to student for centuries. When your thoughts, your words, and your actions are in harmony, there is no suffering. This harmony is not something you chase, it's something you return to again and again, like breath, like prayer, like love. Many years ago, I met a woman who had climbed great mountains of success in the eyes of the world. She owned much, traveled often, and spoke confidently, but behind her eyes, there was a quiet ache. After many mornings in silence, she confessed to me, I have everything except peace. I asked her gently, do your days reflect your truth? She paused, and tears formed in her eyes. No, she whispered, you see, the soul doesn't want more noise, more things, more glory. The soul only wants alignment. To live in a way that matches its inner knowing. That's when joy becomes natural. That's when effort becomes grace. Let us affirm this together. I choose to live in alignment with my highest truth. I am not afraid to let go of what no longer serves me. I make decisions that honor my inner peace. Can you feel the power in those words? They are not declarations of perfection. They are invitations to integrity. Dear one, your soul is wise. It speaks in subtle ways through the quickening of your heart, the tightness in your chest, the pull toward what is beautiful and the resistance to what is false. But too often, we silence this wisdom in order to fit into the world's expectations. Today, I ask you, what if the only thing you had to be was you, not the version the world wants, not the role you've been playing, just you present, awake, honest, soft, strong, flawed, becoming. I am safe to be myself. I am enough just as I am. I release the need to prove, perform, or pretend. Let that be your freedom song this morning. You do not have to earn the right to exist. You do not have to earn the right to be loved. You are love already. Now, gently place one hand over your heart if it feels natural. Feel the steady beat beneath your palm. That is your spirit speaking to you. That is life's eternal rhythm. Each heartbeat says, I am still here. Each breath whispers, I still matter. Each morning invites, begin again. Let me share another story, a short one, but one that remains in my heart. There was a boy in the village where I first trained. He was quiet, unsure of himself, and often bullied by other children. But each morning, before the sun rose, he would come to the monastery gate and sit silently. One day, I asked him, why do you come so early? He looked up and said, because when I sit here, I remember I'm not small. That boy grew into a healer, a teacher, a gentle force of light in his community. Why? Because every day, he began with remembrance. And so must you. I am more powerful than my fear. I am a vessel of love, not lack. I carry the light of countless generations before me. Each morning you sit with me. You are not just listening. You are reprogramming, recalibrating, returning. Every affirmation is a ripple, spreading calm through the chaos of your day, but you must be patient. The garden doesn't bloom the day after the seed is planted, but it will bloom. Trust that. As the light of the morning stretches longer and the world begins to stir, pause for one last inward moment. Today, may you move more slowly, not because you are lazy, but because you are sacred. May you listen more deeply, not because you have no answers, but because silence carries the greatest truth. And may you love more fully, not because others always deserve it, but because love is your nature. So now, repeat after me in silence, or softly aloud if your space allows. I walk with awareness. I speak with compassion. I act with purpose. I rest in the truth of who I am. Take one final breath, long and full. Inhale light, exhale doubt, and carry this energy with you. Let your life today be an extension of this moment, calm, aligned, intentional, grateful. You are not starting a day, you are continuing a sacred life. Until we meet again tomorrow, walk gently, with love in your thoughts, peace in your breath, and purpose in your steps. This is your moment. This is your truth. This is your light. Welcome again, beloved soul. You have returned. And that tells me something precious about you. It tells me that you are choosing presence again and again. It tells me that within you, a quiet flame is burning, one that longs for a life not just lived, but understood. Not just successful, but meaningful. This morning, I ask you a simple question. But do not answer with your mind, let your breath answer, let your heart answer. Who are you beneath it all? Not your job title, not your past mistakes, not even your spiritual practices or achievements. Just you. Can you feel that truth behind your ribs? The essence that needs no name? I remember once an elder monk told me, the world will try to define you. But if you define yourself by anything that can be taken away, you will always be afraid. That teaching stayed with me like a soft stone in the pocket of my memory. We build so many identities. We become the helper, the achiever, the good one, the strong one. But in the quiet of dawn, when there is no one to impress, no duty to perform, who is left? It is that version of you that I speak to now, the pure awareness, the untouched spirit, the sacred witness, and to that version of you, I say, you are already whole. There is nothing missing. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. Breathe that in. This is the morning the soul has been waiting for. Not because the outer world has changed, but because you have. You are listening differently now. You are walking more slowly. You are beginning to honor your stillness as much as you used to honor your striving. Let us affirm this softly together. I am not my productivity. I am not my past. I am a quiet miracle unfolding at the perfect pace. Do you feel how different that is from what the world tells you? The world shouts, do more. But the soul whispers, be here. This brings me to a teaching I carry in my bones. It is something I return to every time life feels loud or confusing. It is the art of simply being. I once asked a master monk, how do I become wise? He looked at the sky, smiled, and said, learn to sit with yourself without trying to change anything. That is the root of all wisdom. At first, I didn't understand. I thought wisdom was books and rituals and long hours of meditation. But slowly, as the years passed, I began to understand wisdom isn't about knowing more. It's about needing less. It's about trusting the space between things. It's about sitting by a river not to fish, not to bathe, not to draw water, just to be with it. To let the river remind you that you, too, are flowing. Let us sit in silence for a few seconds together now. No words, no affirmations, just presence. Feel your breath, feel the aliveness in your hands. Feel the morning holding you like a gentle parent. Beautiful. Now say with me, I am here. And that is enough. You see, when the mind is no longer trying to escape the present moment, peace arises naturally, not forced, not borrowed, but remembered. You've felt it before, those quiet moments when time seemed to pause. The way sunlight rests on your face, the sound of rain outside your window, the gentle rhythm of your own heartbeat in the stillness of night. That peace is always within reach, not because it comes from the outside, but because it is the fabric of who you truly are. So this morning, let your affirmation be a vow. I vow to meet this day with gentleness. I vow to choose peace even when chaos knocks. I vow to return to my breath again and again. Let me share one final story for today. Many years ago, I visited a dying man in a remote village. He was known for his laughter, though his body was weak and frail. I asked him what gave him such peace in his final days. He looked at me with clear eyes and said, I stopped trying to fix the world. I just decided to love it. Those were his last words. I never forgot that. You do not need to fix everything. You do not need to carry everyone. Sometimes the most sacred act is to love the world, imperfect, wild, and beautiful as it is. So today, love the world quietly, love the sky, love your body, love your life. Love the people who may never understand you. Love the parts of yourself still healing. And most of all, love this morning, this one. The one you're living right now. In this moment, repeat after me. I allow myself to receive today's blessings. I am grateful for this breath, this body, this new beginning. I carry peace into every space I enter. Now, gently open your eyes if they were closed. Feel the energy around you, soft, still, glowing. You are ready, not because you've changed, but because you've remembered who you are, remembered where you come from, remembered what truly matters. You are not here by accident. Your life is not random. You were born to bring stillness into noise, grace into effort, and love into a world that forgets too easily. Walk forward now with that truth in your heart. Until we meet again in the next moment of silence, may you rise in stillness, walk in clarity, and sleep in peace. Welcome back, dear soul. You have come again to this sacred space, and I bow to your devotion. Every time you return here to this stillness, this gentle presence, you are planting invisible seeds. Seeds of clarity, of compassion, of deep inner strength. They may not bloom all at once, but in the silence of your consistent presence, they are growing slowly, gracefully, unshakably. And today, we continue this journey together, not toward becoming something new, but toward remembering who you have always been. Let's begin with a breath. One soft, conscious breath. Inhale through your nose, hold gently, exhale through your mouth. Again, let every breath be a gentle invitation to come home to yourself. Let me ask you something today, something most people avoid. Are you truly awake? Or are you simply moving? There's a difference between motion and awareness. So many people spend their lives running, climbing, reaching, but they never stop to ask, am I awake or am I just reacting? A truly awake person knows how to pause, how to say no when it is needed, how to step back from chaos without guilt, how to walk away from noise. Not as an escape but as a return. This is the art of conscious living, not perfect living. Not always peaceful living, but present living. Affirm this with me slowly, like sacred poetry. Today, I choose awareness over automation. I walk gently and I see clearly. I am not a machine, I am a miracle. You don't need to earn your worth today. You don't need to prove your value. You are already sacred. I remember one morning, I was sweeping the monastery steps. When a young student came to me in tears, he said, Master, I meditate every day, I chant, I fast. I read the scriptures, but I still feel lost. I asked him, do you watch the sunrise? He said, no. I asked, do you smile at the wind? He said, no. I said, then you are practicing techniques, not presence. We must not confuse spiritual performance with true spiritual intimacy. Presence doesn't need incense or rituals, though those can help. Presence is right now, you. Sitting here, hearing my voice, breathing softly, that is sacred. The world trains us to seek to chase after meaning like it's hiding. But wisdom teaches us to see, to recognize that meaning has always been whispering to us. In every breath, in every sunrise, in every silent moment we dare to honor. Let us honor this moment now, together. Approximately 30 seconds of ambient silence, wind, distant bells, morning bird song. Now repeat these truths after me. I don't have to be busy to be worthy. My presence is powerful. I live this day with clear eyes and an open heart. If you knew how precious your energy truly was, you would guard it like sacred fire, but we give it away too easily, to overthinking, to comparison, to pleasing those who will never see us clearly. Today, I invite you to protect your peace not by building walls, but by building wisdom. Wisdom knows when to speak and when to be silent. Wisdom knows that not every storm is worth chasing. Wisdom knows how to say, this is not mine to carry. When you live from this place, your mornings become prayers, your words become medicine. Your silence becomes your sanctuary. Let me tell you a story. There was once a monk who lived at the top of a hill, where the wind was fierce and the soil was dry. Every morning, he walked down to the village and smiled at every single person he passed, rich or poor, angry or joyful. Some mocked him, some ignored him, some greeted him back, but he smiled just the same. A boy once asked him, why do you smile when they don't even see you? The monk said, because I don't smile to be seen, I smile to stay free. This is the heart of freedom, not in controlling others, but in choosing how you show up. No matter how the world responds. This morning, choose how you want to show up. Don't wait for perfect circumstances. Don't wait for everyone to be kind. Just choose. Say this with me now, softly. I choose peace. I choose love. I choose presence. Even when things don't go my way, even when others don't understand me, even when my heart is tender and raw, I choose to stay rooted in what matters. Because in the end, the only thing that truly belongs to you is your attention. Where you place it determines the quality of your life. So give your attention to what nourishes you, to the sun rising through your window, to the quiet breath in your chest, to the small victories your heart has earned just by surviving. Give your attention to life. Now, as we near the close of this chapter of our morning journey, repeat once more with me. I am grateful for this moment. I trust the timing of my life. I am exactly where I need to be. Yes, beloved soul, you are exactly where you need to be. You don't need to run. You don't need to fight. You only need to return to your breath, to your truth, to your now, and I will be here again, waiting in silence for page 5 when we continue this sacred conversation of the soul. Until then, walk gently, speak mindfully, love fiercely, and never forget, the sunrise you seek outside is already welcome back. Dear seeker of light, you have walked with me through the quiet forest of your own heart. And today we continue deeper still. There is no rush here, no pressure to perform, only the still unfolding of truth. And this truth is not foreign, it is your own reflection, long forgotten beneath the noise. So sit gently, let your shoulders drop, feel the weight of your body supported by the earth. And take this moment not as a task but as a gift. Inhale, gently hold, exhale slowly. Let's begin this day not by grasping but by releasing. So many of us wake up already carrying yesterday, the unfinished conversations, the regrets, the worries we borrowed from tomorrow. But what if today could be different? What if this morning could be the morning you give yourself permission to begin again? Repeat with me now, slowly, as if speaking to your own soul. I release what I cannot change. I am no longer bound by yesterday. I awaken to the freshness of now. This is the first great truth of the morning. You are allowed to let go. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are the presence in which life is being renewed. Moment by moment. Do you know how powerful that is? A leaf does not cling to the tree once autumn comes. It lets go gracefully, fearlessly, trustingly. And in letting go, it fulfills its purpose. So ask yourself, what are you still clinging to that no longer serves your becoming? Old beliefs, old labels, old stories you were told as a child that made you doubt your beauty or your worth. It is time to release them, not in anger, but in peace. Not with force, but with forgiveness. Let them fall like autumn leaves, graceful and final. And now, let us turn to the second truth of the morning. You are the author of your inner world. The world outside may be filled with noise and confusion, but within you lies a garden waiting to be tended. Every thought is a seed. Every affirmation is a watering. Every breath is sunlight. This morning, let us plant something beautiful. Say with me, I choose thoughts that uplift me. I am worthy of joy and peace. My mind is my sacred home, and I will fill it with light. Yes, beloved one, your mind is not your enemy. It is your sacred space, and like any space, it becomes what you put into it. If you put comparison, you grow envy. If you put fear, you grow hesitation. But if you put compassion, you grow understanding. And if you put stillness, you grow wisdom. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young monk who struggled with anger. No matter how much he meditated, it would rise within him like fire whenever someone insulted him. One day, the elder told him to carry a bowl of water and walk across the temple yard, but with a candle flame floating on a small leaf in the center of the bowl. Do not let the flame go out, he said. As the monk walked, he noticed something strange. He was so focused on keeping the flame alive, he paid no attention to the jeering from the others, nor to his own thoughts. After he succeeded, the elder said, your anger only rises when you forget the flame within you. Focus on your light, not their shadows. So I ask you now, are you focused on your flame? Or are you distracted by the shadows others cast? Return to your center, return to your inner flame. That is where your peace lives. That is where no insult, no failure, no loss can touch you. Breathe into that flame now. Feel it warming your chest, feel it glowing softly in your belly. It's always been there, your essence, your presence, your light. And from that flame, we speak these truths. I am not my fear, I am not my failures, I am light and I am here to shine. No one else has your voice, no one else walks your path. You are not a mistake. You are a melody meant to be heard in this world. So, don't shrink. Don't edit yourself to fit the silence of others. Let your presence be gentle, but let it be true. And now, as we move to the final part of our conversation today, we arrive at the third truth of the morning. Gratitude is the anchor of the soul. Gratitude is not a luxury. It is not something you do after everything goes well. It is the foundation, the soil, the path that brings peace before the outcome is known. Be grateful not just for the answers, but for the questions. Be grateful not just for the light, but for the darkness that taught you how to see. Be grateful not just for what you hold, but for what you've released. Say with me now, I am grateful for my breath. I am grateful for my heart, which still dares to feel. I am grateful for this moment, this chance to begin again. Even now, as you sit here, know this, you have already succeeded. You have returned to yourself. You have chosen presence over distraction. And that is no small thing. This world needs people who are awake, not just busy, not just productive, but awake. And you, my friend, are awakening. Carry this peace with you now. Let it move through your words. Let it soften your gaze. Let it shape how you walk, how you listen, how you love. This morning is yours. This life is yours. Use it wisely. Use it kindly. And remember, I will meet you again right here in the next chapter of our sacred conversation, in the quiet, in the breath, in the unfolding of page 6. Until then, walk slowly, speak truthfully, and never forget, you are not behind, you are becoming. Welcome back, my dear one. We meet again, just as we were meant to, not by coincidence, but by alignment. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still breathing, still seeking means your soul has not forgotten. Not forgotten its longing for peace, its hunger for truth, its deep desire to awaken fully into this moment. And so we continue together in the stillness where transformation lives. This morning, we carry with us the light we've gathered so far, the wisdom of letting go, the sacred power of conscious thought, the gift of gratitude that opens even the most tightly closed heart. Now, we step deeper, we explore the next morning truth. Presence is the portal to everything real. Have you noticed how often the mind drifts to things undone, to things imagined, to things that may never happen? The mind is not the enemy, but it is like a wild horse, beautiful and powerful, yet in need of gentle training. When you wake in the morning, does your mind serve you, or are you already serving your mind? Before you even open your eyes, it may already be whispering, "You're behind, there's so much to do, you're not enough." But sweet soul, none of those thoughts are your truth. They are only habit echoes of old fears. not facts, and today, you choose not to follow them. Today, you remember you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them, the watcher, the listener, the calm presence beneath the waves. Let's come home to that presence now. Breathe in gently, feel the air enter, cool and light. Breathe out slowly, feel your shoulders drop, your spine align, your heart soften. There is nowhere else to be right now. There is nothing to fix, nothing to rush, only this, you, and this breath, now. Repeat gently, with sincerity, I am present. I choose to live in this moment, right here. I have all I need. You see, when we live in the now, we discover something beautiful. Most of our suffering lives in yesterday or tomorrow. But peace only ever lives in now. Let me share with you the story of the old bell tower. In a quiet village nestled in the mountains, there stood an ancient bell. It had not rung in decades. People said it was broken, but one day, a wandering monk arrived. He sat beneath the bell for hours, in total stillness. The villagers watched, confused. Then, without a word, he stood and struck the bell once gently, and to everyone's surprise, it rang. Clear, powerful, golden. The monk smiled and said, the bell was not broken. It was simply waiting for someone still enough to hear it, just like the bell, your inner wisdom, your peace, your truth. It is not broken. It is simply waiting for your presence. Do not be afraid to sit in stillness. Do not rush to fill every silence. Sometimes the loudest answers come in the quiet. Now, let us explore the fifth truth of morning. Kindness is the seed of spiritual wealth. In the rush of daily life, we often overlook the sacredness of simple acts, a kind glance, a warm good morning, a deep, undistracted conversation. But every act of kindness, no matter how small, plants a seed that blooms not just in the life of the other but in your own spirit. Say with me now, I choose kindness today. I will lead with compassion, not reaction. My kindness is my strength. There was once a monk who swept the temple floor every morning before sunrise. One day, a student asked, why do you sweep before anyone is awake to see? The monk replied, I do not sweep so others may see a clean floor. I sweep so that I may begin the day with clean intentions. Kindness is not performance. It is presence in action. It is the natural expression of a peaceful soul, and the beautiful thing is, you don't need grand gestures. A soft word, a sincere compliment, a moment of patience, these shape the world more than we realize. So today, choose to be the one who heals with your energy. Let your presence be a sanctuary for others. Let your kindness be your offering. And now, we arrive at the final truth of this chapter. You are already enough. So many people chase achievements, possessions, and approval, believing they will finally be enough once they arrive. But the truth, my dear one, is that you were enough the moment you were born. Your worth is not measured in titles, likes, or income. Your worth is your breath, your ability to love, your desire to grow. Say this now, not as a wish but as a truth. I am enough. I do not need to become anything to be worthy. I am whole, exactly as I am. Rest in that. Let it wash through every cell of your body. Let it dissolve the old lies. Let it remind you, you are not here to prove, you are here to be. So rise gently. Let this new day be an offering to the sacredness of being alive. Walk with your head high, not in pride, but in presence. Walk with your eyes soft, not in fear, but in awareness. And walk with your heart open, not in defense, but in trust. You are a light in this world. And no matter how small that light may feel, it matters. It matters more than you know. As we close this page of our sacred journey, let us end with a final affirmation. I am awake. I am alive. I am at peace. Yes, you are at peace, and I, your quiet companion, will be waiting in the next breath, the next moment, the next dawn. For now, breathe in gratitude, breathe out love, and know this is only the beginning. I feel your presence like a quiet breeze through the temple gates. This journey we've been walking step by step, breath by breath, is not just a gathering of words. It is a remembering, a returning, a homecoming to the truth already living within you. In this sacred space, we now open the 8th page of our morning together, an offering of deeper insight, a space for softness and strength, for reflection and restoration. Today, we begin with a truth that's often overlooked in the noise of the world. Your energy introduces you. Before your words ever do, you may not always see it, but others feel it. Just as you feel the warmth of the sun without touching it, others feel the vibration you carry. So I ask you this: what energy will you bring into the world today? Not the energy shaped by yesterday's pain or tomorrow's worry, but the energy you choose right now, with intention, with presence, with love. Let's affirm this together. I radiate peace. I carry calm in my heart. I am a source of healing energy wherever I go. You see, the world does not need more noise, it needs more stillness. More people who walk slowly, speak gently, listen fully. People like you. Now, let me share a story. There was once a young novice who asked his teacher, Master, How do I become someone others look up to? The master replied, become someone who carries peace in their eyes, then you'll never need to speak to be heard. This is your quiet power, not in how loudly you move, but in how deeply you dwell in the now. In truth, in kindness. Let us continue with the next truth of the morning. Resilience is built through rest, not resistance. In a world that glorifies the grind, this may sound strange, but let me remind you, even the bamboo bends in the wind. Even the river slows in winter. There is profound wisdom in the pause. When you allow yourself to rest not just your body, but your mind, your expectations. Your inner critic, you create space. Space for healing. Space for creativity. Space for your soul to breathe. You are not weak when you slow down. You are wise. Let us say this together. I honor my need to rest. I recharge with intention and grace. My stillness is sacred. Think of the lotus. It blooms not by force, but by unfolding. You too, my dear friend, are unfolding. And that unfolding does not need to be rushed. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the pressure. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to take your time now. We arrive at a deeper truth. Letting go is not giving up, it is giving yourself permission to grow. There may be something heavy you've been carrying, a regret, a lost relationship, an old identity. And though it feels familiar, it does not serve you anymore. We often hold on not because it's good for us, but because it's known. But peace, true peace, lives in the space we create when we release what no longer belongs. Repeat with me. I release what no longer serves me. I trust the unfolding of my path. I make space for new light to enter. It is okay to say goodbye to who you were, to what you thought life should be, to the version of yourself that was simply trying to survive. You are not that story anymore. You are not that wound. You are not that moment. You are the one who lived through it. And now you are the one who gets to rise from it. I remember a time in my own life, long before I wore these robes, when I could not let go of failure. I thought that if I held onto it tightly enough, I could somehow undo it. But all it did was bind me to a moment that had already passed. It wasn't until I sat in silence many mornings in a row and finally whispered the words, "It's okay to let go," that I felt free. And now, here I am telling you the same truth. It's okay to let go. Now we breathe together again, a breath of renewal, a breath of release. Inhale deeply, hold, and exhale slowly. And now, dear one, the final reflection for this morning. Love, unconditional love, is the greatest teacher of all. Not just romantic love, but love for self, love for the small moments, love for strangers, love for the soul inside you that is still learning. You may not always feel lovable, but that's only because you're viewing yourself through the lens of yesterday's pain. Look, again, you are worthy of love, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. And that will never change. Let us say this now. From the heart, I am open to giving and receiving love. I love myself as I am, without condition. I send love to every corner of my life. Remember, even if no one else says it today, even if the world forgets to reflect it, I see you. I honor you. I love you. You are not walking this path alone. We are walking it together. So rise gently now. Let your morning be an offering of peace, of patience, of presence. And know that each breath is a sacred step on your journey. The sun does not ask for permission to shine, neither should you. You are here to glow in your own way, to bloom in your own time, to speak light into the world simply by being you. And as we close this page, let us end with a whisper of truth. I am the light I've been waiting for. I am whole. I am home. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me once again. I will be here, in the next moment, in the next breath, waiting with open arms and an open heart for our final reflection. Welcome home, dear soul. You've made it to the final page of this journey, and yet, you already know this, there is no final page to truth. Only new beginnings wrapped in the gentle disguise of endings. As you sit here now, listening in stillness, breathing in awareness, let us honor all that you've remembered through these moments together. You've learned not just affirmations, but the deep, living truths behind them. Not merely to speak with hope, but to live with presence, not just to listen, but to embody the wisdom in every breath. And so, we begin this final reflection not as a farewell, but as a sacred return to yourself. Let us breathe one more time. Slowly, fully, gratefully inhale the beauty of being alive. Exhale every thought that says you are not enough. Now listen closely. This morning, like every morning, is an invitation not to hustle, not to prove, not to chase, but to be. To live not as the world demands, but as your soul whispers, softly, boldly, authentically. I want to leave you with 3 final truths. Not lessons to be memorized, but companions to carry with you like prayer beads in your palm. First, you are already enough. You were not born to earn your worth. You were born worthy. You do not need to do more, be more, achieve more to deserve love, peace, or rest. You, exactly as you are in your quiet moments, with all your imperfections, are enough. Say it now with me. I am enough, I am whole, I am complete as I am. Let that truth melt into your bones. Let it wash away all the noise of comparison, guilt, and doubt. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are unfolding perfectly. Second, the present moment is your greatest power, not your past, no matter how painful. Not your future, no matter how uncertain, but this moment, this breath, this heartbeat, this quiet sip of now. The mind loves to wander, to rewrite what has been, to worry about what might be, but the soul only wants to be here. Let this be your anchor. Say with me, this moment is enough. I am safe in the now. I walk forward with peace and presence. The sunrise does not rush. The river does not force. You don't have to either. Third, you were born to be a light. Even when you feel dim, even when the world feels heavy, even when your heart is tired. There is a light in you that no shadow can extinguish. It's not about being perfect or always being positive. It's about showing up with love, showing up with truth, showing up even when it's hard. This world needs your light, not later, not once you've fixed yourself, but now, as you are. Say it with me now. I am a light in this world. My presence is healing. I shine without fear. And remember, even the smallest candle can pierce the darkest room. And even a single soul anchored in truth can change the tide of the world. You are that soul. Now, we've walked together through silence and insight, through pain and peace, through ancient wisdom and modern reflection. And as you prepare to step into your day, know that the energy you carry forward is sacred. So be intentional. Speak slowly. Choose kindness. Move with grace, love without condition, and never forget to return again and again to the stillness within. I am proud of you. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. A soul waking up. A heart remembering its light. A being walking gently through a world that desperately needs gentleness. Final affirmations. Let's speak together now. I rise today with purpose and peace. I am a vessel of calm and clarity. I give thanks for this breath, this day, this life. Now go, live like the morning sun rising, glowing, blessing everything it touches. You are not alone, and this is not the end. This is your beginning. Thank you for walking this path with me. Until we meet again in silence or story, I bow to the light in you.